Okay, hi everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. Hi everyone. I'm sorry, I hate interrupting all your discussions, but I've been given the nod that I have to press on, so here we are. The sour cream. We're going to have a go at making that now, and this is the product that you have to use. It's the Pams regular soya milk. It doesn't seem to work so well with other soy milk. This one is the one you want, the Pams one. Shall I put it like that so you can see it on there? That one. Yeah. And it's at Pack and Save, that's right. Pack and Save have this one. So it seems to make a difference which soy milk you make. So this is the one, Pam's regular soy milk. There's a light one, you don't want that one, you want the regular one. Okay, so I've emptied the contents of one of these into this pot, and I've heated it up. And when I stir it, you might see some little brown things floating around in there. That's because, unfortunately, when I started cooking it in the kitchen, it sort of caught a bit on the bottom. So don't worry too much about that. That if you just keep stirring it, that shouldn't happen. But just because it was a bit tricky getting it from there to here, I've got a bit on the bottom. But that's it's for our purposes here. It'll be okay. So we're just heating this up till it's boiling, and we're going to separate the curds in the whey by adding a bit of cider vinegar. And I like using a full. I've doubled the recipe that you've got there. I think it says 2 cups. Well, this is 4 cups. And I always like using one of these whole containers, because what happens is I use half a container, and then I put it in the fridge, and then 2 weeks later I see it's got furry things growing on it. So it's better to use the whole container in one go, and you tend to use the sour cream because it's nice. So the whole container into there, and then because it's 2 teaspoons for 2 cups, it'll be 4 teaspoons for 4 cups. So I'll just do that now, 4 teaspoons in here. You don't want to put more than 4 teaspoons in because, because you don't really want apple cider flavoured sour cream too much. You will get the flavour in there. You just want to use this stuff to separate the curds in the whey, which is amazing. I never realised. I thought that only cow's milk had curds and whey in it, that you could separate it. But it's with soy milk as well. It separates when you add cider vinegar to this soy milk. It stops the solids and the liquids from holding hands, and they separate just like with cow's milk. So I can see it in here. I don't know if you can tell from the screen there that it's actually starting to separate. It doesn't take long, but I just need to let it come to the boil, and then it does it really well. But just while we're waiting for it to boil, we've got a question. Oh, I've got no idea. Have a go. Yeah, try it and let me know. Yeah, I guess it's the same sort of thing. Good question. Yeah. But I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that. I only discovered this recipe 2 weeks ago, and I've loved it. It's been really good. Fabulous. I mean, you can use sour cream in all sorts of ways, can't you? I mean, you can use it to make in a cake. You can use it to make a quiche. You can use it in your boiled potatoes and make a sort of potato salad with some red onions or something like that. It's beautiful like that. We had that the other day, and it was just lovely. Really, really nice. Can you freeze it? Again, I don't know. Have a go. Yeah. And yeah. So what I want to do now also, just while this is coming to the boil, I thought I'll just turn it up a bit to make it a bit quicker. I just thought with regard to the dessert that we're going to have shortly, I thought I'd take this moment while I'm waiting for that to heat up. With the dessert, it's got the millet. You'll see it in there, and on the recipe you've got the millet, the hulled millet, and it's got in there coconut cream. This is the one to use, and there's another one that's like this in the same sort of packaging, but it's a lighter green. You don't want the light green one, you want the dark green. You want this one. There it is there. Yeah, it's, what does it say? Essentials. I think it's the Woolworths one. Yeah, that's the one you want. Yeah. It makes a big difference. This one here, when it's in the tin, the solid separates from the liquid. So when you want to use it, all you need to do is have it the right way around, obviously, so all the solids are at the top, then put a hole in the bottom and just drain out the liquid, and then you've easily separated them without trying to dig it out and getting a whole lot of liquid through. Because when you make that recipe for the millet custard, you don't want the liquid in the mix. Yeah. And so just remember that's the one to use. And also in the dessert, you'll see it's got coconut whipping cream. This is it. There it is there. Coconut whipping cream. This is a New World. And all it is coconut cream, and it hasn't got anything added to it, and you don't have to add anything to it. It just whips by itself. It's very, very thick coconut cream. So it's the thickest one, that one there, and you can use that. So that's just an aside while we're waiting for this to cook up for that millet recipe. Those two things are what you want. Very good. So this is here now, just about, it's starting to thicken up now. I can see it separating. So I've got a sieve here, and I've got a Chux cloth. When I first did it, I used a muslin cloth, and the muslin cloth has got bigger holes than a Chux cloth, I discovered, and so bits of the curd comes through. Whereas if you use a Chux cloth, you just get the clear green sort of liquid separates, so you don't lose so much of your curd if you use a Chux cloth. Believe it or not, it's actually better than a muslin cloth. And you can see if you've got a muslin cloth, it all starts coming through. So Chux cloth on your sieve over something to catch all the liquid with, over a pot. So there we are. This is just about happening now. It's boiling now. So I'll turn that off. I don't know how to turn it off. Try that, see what happens. Well, this looks like it might be it. That's it. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to just pour this here into my sieve. Right, let's go. And it's very hot, obviously. So you've got to leave it to sit for a while it drains itself. So it takes about, 20 minutes to drain. But as it happens, I have prepared. Ta-da! So here. So this has been sitting there for about, half an hour. So you can you see the way it's just clear. There's no white bits in it. So that's because it's the Chux cloth. Yep, so that's it. So this is going to go into my food processor here. The recipe actually said a bullet, but you don't have to use a bullet. A food processor is good enough. It's too hard to use a bullet because those of you who've got a bullet, if you put it in, it all goes up to the end there, and then you've got to sort of get it round, and it's a bit tricky. This is the best you need. You don't need to have a bullet for this. Just a good food processor. So this is now going to go. You can give it a wee squeeze. You obviously want it to cool down a bit before you do this, otherwise you'll have boiled fingers, which you don't really want. Okay, so into the food processor it goes. The curds. Whoops. Look at that. Yeah. It's really simple, eh? I was amazed at how simple it was. Yeah.
Is there a use for the whey?
I don't know. It's another question I don't know. Yeah, a good question. I wondered that myself. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Does anyone know a use for the whey? Oh, somebody does? Really? Right. So when you say add it to scones, yeah. Oh, okay, right. Okay, there you go, everyone. For making scones, or what was the other thing now? Into soups. Yeah, because it's really nutritious. Another use for whey. Okay, pet dogs. It's really good for their coat. There we go. Did you say to mix it with their biscuits? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Would they not eat it otherwise, do you think? Very good. So, let's just put a little bit of, everyone knows what this stuff is, Massel stock powder. I'm just going to put in, it says 1 teaspoon, so I'm going to put in 2 because I've doubled the recipe, obviously. So 2 teaspoons of this. And then we want to put in 75 mils, was it, of coconut oil, I think it says. So I'm going to put 150. So unfortunately we haven't got any scales, so I've got to sort of gauge what 150 grams looks like. I imagine it's sort of like 150 grams of butter, which I guess it would be about 2/3 of a cup. Okay. Is that what 150 grams is? Oh my word, you should be up here, not me. Okay, so I reckon 2 of those will do the trick, don't you? This is lovely. This coconut oil is a bit warmer, so it's just, look how easy it is. Sometimes it's like concrete, eh? Have you ever had that problem? Yeah. But when you've got summer, it's a summer recipe. I might just put a wee bit more in. So that just goes in there. Look, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's so simple. I guess you could put in a bit of salt if you wanted. The one that you had, it did have a bit of salt in it, actually. To be fair, yeah. So that's it. And what I'm going to do now is whiz this up. Oh, the button's around that side. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is, here. Right, let's go. So that's just it. Too easy, eh? But you've got to let it go for quite a while. So you can use this in any way that you use sour cream, like in a cake, in a quiche. How else do you use sour cream? Potato salad. What was that? Decorate the top of a soup. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be lovely. Yeah, good one. Yeah. So this is a little bit, it's just a little bit, let's just have a look at see what the texture's like. Actually, sometimes, maybe because I didn't measure the coconut oil, sometimes you need to add a bit extra of, if it's just not looking quite the texture and it gets a bit thick, you add more of this. Add more of that, just as it is, just into the food processor. But I don't think on this one here, for some reason, maybe it's because the coconut oil is so soft and almost melted. I think that's why, but I don't think I need to. Well, we could put a little bit in. Yeah. That's quite a good texture, isn't it? Yeah. So then you can flavour that. You can flavour that with whatever you want. You can put in chives. You can put in garlic, would be nice. You can put in smoked paprika. Or what about a bit of liquid smoke would be nice. Have you ever seen liquid smoke? You buy it like an essence. Yeah, and that's really nice stuff. But you only use a tiny amount, like a 1/16 of a teaspoon sort of thing. If you use too much, it can ruin something you've made if you're too heavy-handed. Yeah. But that's it. So simple. So into the fridge that will go, and it will keep for, well, not very long because it tends to get eaten up rather quickly. So that's it. Really easy, eh? So I hope you enjoy making that. Yeah, good. Thanks.